as Americans, we as a nation, as a people, if we're ever going to get ourselves corrected in a fashion that we would, each of us, all of us, would be appreciative of, we're going to have to start doing some things we haven't been doing before. We're going to have to start being honest with ourselves. We're going to have to start being genuine and telling the truth to ourselves and to many, to whomever else we have to express that truth to. Let's look at some of the symbols. There's a symbol that is used for poison. If there's something poison, they got a symbol up there that symbolizes poison. You might not know how to read, but you see that sign, this means poison. Well, if you ever want to see the symbol for hate, all you have to do is look up America, the United States of America. That's the symbol for hate. And you can think of nothing perhaps any better or any more obvious than the United States. Doesn't mean that the United States is the only one, because I'm convinced that all nations basically have played a part in this process. But look at the United States of America, a nation that somebody said didn't even exist, and they came over and discovered it. But there were people here already. Nevertheless, these people, because of their hatred and the motivation behind their hatred, they discovered this nation. And by discovering this nation, they had no respect for the people who were already on this nation. And not having respect for other people, they were willing to lie, to cheat, to steal, to kill, and to take this nation from those who lived here. Now, everything I just described, lie, cheat, steal, kill, represents evil. It represents satanicness. And that all took place on this continent. But check this out. They were natives. Somebody called them Indians, end up here calling them that. But they were natives to this land. And they were hijacked, brutalized, beat down, demonized. By what? By white people. What? Now, just think about that. Now, let's switch for a moment. The devil, and I'm going to call them. Let me take that back. I don't want to call you white people. Let me call you devils. The devils, because there are many white people. And not all white people are devils. Not all white people are devils. But many of them are. It was the devil white people that took this country. But it didn't stop there. The devil white people made sure they brought into this country enough other people that didn't matter. They ended up with more blacks, I presume, but they were not just blacks. They were others too who were enslaved on this piece of land that did the workings. So you have those who came and took the land and split the land up amongst themselves so they could have what they called land. They were important. They got land. Land. They got land. Land. They can sit down on this and say, this is mine. Even though they came from someplace else and someone else was saying this is mine before they got here. But they took it and say, now it's mine. Now, because their whole purpose was to accumulate wealth any means necessary. So in order to amass that wealth, what was the easiest way to do it? Get free labor. Free labor. So you brought in slaves that worked for you for bread, to work for you for a piece of meat, work for you for something to eat. Who is the you? Work for the devil for something to eat, to kind of survive. All while the devil was going around everything that had been given to the people. Now the devil was taking it as their own. And since that day to this very day, that devil is around taking everything that it possibly can, claiming it as his own. Doesn't matter what it is. Every natural resource that has ever been discovered, the devil has tried to claim it as its own. And any gift that have been sent to the American people or the people of the earth by a spiritual power to benefit the people, the devil has concocted a scheme so that they can aim on that as well. Computers, telephone, electric lights, anything. They own it. And it serves their purpose. And all of the people have to bend and bow to the purpose of the devil. Yes, America is ruled by Satan. America is founded by Satan. Let me just say it again. America was founded by Satan. That kind of put a little dirty mark on the founding fathers. That all of a sudden you can see them as they really are. Not as these dynamic figures who were so smart and so holy that they were going out doing godly divine work. No, these were demons. These were men possessed by demons who were actually servants of the devil, going around taking people's land, beating them down, slavery. Anything the devil would do, that's what they were doing. They never took anybody and said, "Oh, let's lift you up. Let's make sure you have places to live. Let's make sure that you can survive. Let's make sure that you don't have to struggle so hard. Let us do things that makes life fantastic." No, let us abuse them for our benefit. This is America. This is the America they don't want you to know. And who is they? The devil. And what is the devil doing today in relationship to all of this evil that perpetuates itself on this spot? Well, they're trying to deny that they took the land, the devil. They're trying to deny that they enslaved people. They're trying to deny this now. And at the same time, they want to teach that it did not exist. And at the same time, if it did exist, the slaves benefited from it. So the devil, needs to be rewarded for helping the slaves free themselves. Well, ladies and gentlemen, the saying goes, there are, and I hated to say this truth, I really hated to admit this truth, because I always believe that there are devil blacks, angelic blacks, devil whites, angelic whites, and for every ethnicity. But the thing that gets the glory, the thing that gets the power, the thing that gets held up is the devilishness. The angelic stuff doesn't get held up. This is why when the United States, when they talk about presidential election, there's a group of people that only represents the devil. They don't want anybody to have anything except what the devil permits them to have. They found a man by the name of, I don't want to call his name, and he says, "I am the devil's spokesman." Now, he didn't say those particular words, but the words that he said was held up in such a way that all of the devil little demonics who were sitting out there waiting heard it. And when he spoke, they rose up. When somebody came along talking about heavenliness, I'm not talking about system. I'm talking about heavenliness. I'm talking about peace, prosperity, freedom, and joy. I'm talking about happiness and your dreams come true. You hear anybody talk about that stuff today? I mean, seriously, do you hear anybody talk about that stuff today? Of course you don't. Why? Because that spirit is dead. That spirit is dead. Now, somebody says, well, what are we going to do? All I can say is this. Be honest with yourself. We are lying to ourselves. And God will not make us miraculous delivery out of this bondage when He's given each of us the power to engage ourselves as individuals. We can do it as a group, but we can engage ourselves as an individual. If the group is not ready to stand up and be free, then the individual can. Sure, the individual stands up as a free person, and if the individual is truly free, that individual will be killed by the devil. And why would God allow that individual to be killed by the devil? So that the rest of us can't lie to ourselves because we all know, every last one of us, black, white, natives, anybody knows that in this river of hate, if you stand up for what is right, you will be killed. Unless the masses rose up, then they can make a change. But as an individual, sure, God would allow you and myself to be separated from this hell. All we got to do is stand up for what's right. Just stand up for what's right. Don't bend. Don't be afraid. Don't be a coward. Your ass gonna die anyway. So die for something that's worth living for. Stand up for what's right. Thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. All of the resources are free. We all need one piece of it or another. And each of us got something to give in the process of causing a manifestation of all that stuff that we all get a chance to put our fingers into. Makes us all one. But not according to the devil. The devil says everything belongs to the devil. And if we want to get anything out of the devil, we got to kiss the devil's ass. And there's no doubt about that. That's the absolute gospel as I see it right now. I ask you this, ladies and gentlemen. Why is it that we can sit out here on this piece of earth, look at the grass, look at the trees, look at the sky, and even look up there and see the sun hanging up there somewhere? And look over there, clouds everywhere. Then we can look over at late at night, we can see the moon, and perhaps in certain places we can see the stars. We can see a magnificent power that's able to do all of that. And yet a same magnificent power says if you want peace, treat people like you want to be treated. But the devil says, hell no. I want no damn peace. They just want it. They want to be God. And they don't call for no peace. Well, I think I've said enough for now. Thank you.